exciting show for you tonight. You told them all the people?
Yes, sir.
Later on, not announced, Evel Knievel will come out here and sell his mink coats to Liberace. We also have Mr. Robert Mitchum, Dick Van Patten, George Miller, Monty Rock, the second or third or whatever he is now, and Dennis Madalone, a stunt man, is going to do some exciting things. So thank you for coming, and I may take that back later. We'll be right back. Thank you, Tom. We are back. Good audience, good show.
Good group.
Anyway, tonight we have something rather interesting. If you've been watching the show, it's on NBC called Black Sheep Squadron, you are probably familiar with this guest, although you probably do not recognize his name. But he is Robert Conrad, who is the star of the show, the leading stuntman. And they do a lot of crazy things in that show. And he is always assigned the most dangerous, difficult parts of the show. And he's also the youngest member of the group. And tonight, they said they're going to blow me up. This is the kind of a crowd that would like... This is the kind of a group that kind of goes for that high-class entertainment. Would you welcome, please, Dennis Madalone. Dennis? Is there, all in black, is there, black is synonymous with death. Is there something symbolic in the fact that stuntman walks around and,
Oh, it's kind of a macho look, so.
Yeah? You got
black.
says fly now on there?
Yeah, I like to be in the air a lot, too.
Yeah. I've met a lot of the stunt guys, and we've had some of them on the show before, and you lead a fascinating life, and I can see where a guy would like to do that, because it's really flirting with disaster a little bit, although most stunt people are really technicians and everything is fairly well planned, but there's always the possibility that it will not work, right?
Yeah, well, I think what a stuntman is, he's got ability and skill. He's got to have a crash and burn type attitude. And it's all got to come together all into one stunt. But if something small goes wrong, a camera jams or a car doesn't spin right, you get hurt.
When you say a crash and burn attitude, I assume you mean by that, look, that's one of the things that could happen, and you just can't, you kind of got to put it back out of your mind.
Yeah.
How did you get into stunt work?
Well, I came from New Jersey.
Yeah.
And my hometown.
Well, it can be tough to exist there sometimes.
And I went to South Plainfield High School, and I was an athlete, a football player, a wrestler, a pole vaulter. And for some reason, I just felt that being a football player gave me the ability to hit the ground hard.
Right.
It gave me, being a pole vaulter gave me the feeling up in the air.
Right.
And being a wrestler gave me speed, and it gave me the strength.
Yeah.
So I added it together, and it spelled stuntman. So I said to myself, I don't want to work for a living. I'm going to be a stuntman.
Yeah, but that's hard work. That's hard work. What's your specialty? We're going to show you some film clips in a moment of some of the things, because a lot of the guys do certain things. There are guys who are stunt drivers. There are guys who do high falls. There are guys who stage fights, et cetera, and so on.
Mm-hmm. I'd have to say a high fall. I specialize in high falls. I just did one on a movie called Avalanche starring Rock Hudson and Mia Farrow.
Right.
And I did an 80-footer off a ski lift, hanging.
80 foot?
Yeah, the ski lift dropped, and I went 80 feet into 2 stacks of boxes under snow. So that kind of aired me out for a week. I couldn't eat pretzels.
What, can I ask you what they pay you for?
They pay us pretty well.
Yeah. Well, that's more than I thought it was. Yeah, you're right. That's not a proper question. I'd get bugged if somebody said, hey, how much do you make? It's really nobody's business. But you're paid... And you didn't know it was that much either, did you? No, I suppose it has to do with the degree of difficulty of the stunt.
Yeah, for sure. I did a stunt about 2 years ago off a semi-truck, and I left the top of it at 35 miles an hour down a 20-foot cliff. Doubling Cameron Mitchell in a movie called Viva Knievel, starring Evel Knievel. So I really got wiped out.
Yeah.
And I couldn't eat pretzels for a month.
Have you broken bones? Have you had some injuries along the way?
No, I didn't have any broken bones, but we're conditioned to take a lot of bruises, and that's what we get when we really sell out.
Right. Now, how'd you get in the union? Because you have to be a union member to do this, right?
Yeah, that's a neat little story, because about 4 years ago, after struggling for 2 years, I walked up into a 5-story building where they were doing a small production, one of those $10,000 films.
Right.
And I didn't have my guild card. So I opened up the door and the secretary says, "You can't go in there." I said, "Well, I'm going in there." And I shut the door and the producer says, "What are you doing here?" I said, "The secretary let me in." So that kind of got me a little in. And the producer says, "Well, what do you want?" I said, "Well, I'm a good double for the lead. I'm good friends with the actor," which I never even knew. And he says, "Well, fine, give the secretary your guild card number."
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't have a guild card number. So he said, "Well, you know, that's it. Goodbye. You can't do it."
Right.
I said, "Well, I'm a nice guy. Give me a break." I said, "No way." So I left the office, and while I was leaving, the secretary went, so that really got me mad. So I went into the men's room on the 5th story, and I opened a window and climbed along a ledge outside, looking at these cars go by, and I just popped open the producer's window and dove in and crashed and rolled, and I said, "Give me a break. I want to be in showbiz."
Climbed around on the ledge from the...
Yeah, and all the producers hated me except for the only one
Right.
who was laughing, and he was the head producer, and he just wrote a letter right there, got me in the guild.
So sometimes being crazy will pay off.
I had to get gutsy.
So all of you kids who want to get a show business, you go up to a 5th-story building, climb out on the ledge. And, so we're going to come back, and then we're going to show you some pieces of film that you've done, and then you're going to try to teach me how to... What we're really going to do is something you normally see in, I suppose, action pictures, war pictures.
Yeah.
Where there's an explosion and a body is thrown up into the
Right.
air and so forth. And that's what we're going to do.
So what we're using is an air ramp device that's going to blow you in the air about 10 feet.
But first, I have to go to the men's room and hang on a ledge. We'll come back, we'll have some film, and then it'll be war picture time. We're talking with Dennis Madalone. Did I pronounce that right? The last name, Madalone? Good Italian name?
Nice Italian guy.
Nice Italian name. Who does stunts for, you're currently with the Black Sheep Squadron, right?
Yeah,
or
I'm
Baba
working
Black
for-
Sheep. And we're going to show you, I don't know what, I have not seen the film clips. Watch the monitors, and then, Dennis, you can explain what you're doing here.
Okay.
And then we'll go do a stunt live for you. Now,
What's happening here, we're leading up into a squib attack on a tower where I get blown out of a tower.
all right, now you're going to be going out of the tower,
Right,
right?
I'll be getting blown out.
Now, you're up in the tower there, right?
Yeah. That's our stunt coordinator ducking out of the way.
All right. Good heavens. Good Lord.
Our next stunt will be a world record black sheep mudslide, 30 feet into a pup tent. Our next stunt is explosion where I'm running in a foxhole and we
Now,
both get blown up.
This is what you're going to see.
Kenny Lesko was the other stuntman on the right. And our next explosion is going to be on top of the roof, and I'm a gentleman to the right.
All right.
This isn't too violent either. I couldn't eat pretzels for 2 years after that.
I don't know what they pay you, but I think you're in your money. Now, what we've simulated here kind of a World War scene that we're going to walk over, and we've got a foxhole and a device, and you're going to show me the apparatus you use to
blow you up
blow me up.
in a safe way.
And now, I have not done this yet, so I trust you. I really... There you are, folks. Come on up. Shall we walk over and tell me? Now, we should explain. This is the foxhole, obviously, and there's a device back here. I don't know whether they can see it. It's how does it work?
This is an air ramp device, which is a modified air ramp built by Hal Needham, Stunts Unlimited.
Right.
And what it does, it has 1,800 pounds of pressure, which is really dangerous. But we knew that you were an athlete, so we know you can handle it. We're going to sit you on it, and we're going to sit you on it and pad you up a little on your elbows,
Right.
and hopefully
And
do
this
it.
is, you see, these are not real rocks, folks, are they? These are, but this is what special effects can do. You see? Can I take this off, Doc? Give me a hand, will you?
Give us a little loosen up, John. This
Loosen
way,
up.
A little mobility.
Can I take this off?
Yeah.
All right. Now, these are
Elbow pads. This
case
will,
you-
in case you hit hard on your right elbow, it will like keep everything together.
That's very important.
And this other elbow is in case you don't hit that elbow, you hit this
Hit
one.
this elbow. I watched this afternoon why you went through this once, and I have really not done this yet.
I know.
Now, there's also going to be, so you're not startled, or I'm not startled, there's going to be an explosion.
Yeah, there's going to be about a 200-pound pressure explosion. So between that and this air ramp, it's going to be one of the probably best stunts ever done on this show and any nationwide show.
Possibly our last.
And I hope not.
In other words, I have to... Oh, this group is... This is the most sadistic audience I have ever seen in my life. Now, they will not do anything until you tell me exactly when we're going to do it.
Right, we're going to have a little countdown, but right now let's sit on the air ramp here.
All right.
Now you got to be sitting on this perfect, because if you're an inch off, well, forget that. So what you want to do is sit back, lean forward, put your feet up on here.
Feet up
Yeah.
here.
Now try to really squeeze them together.
Squeeze what
I
together?
thought you said you're in shape.
Well, squeeze what together?
Put your legs in together real tight.
Oh, you mean
Like cheat yourself into this position.
like this?
Yeah, and lean forward.
You don't want them out here?
No. Got to be real tight.
Gee.
Now, the main thing to do, remember, John, you've got to stay loose. We like to wear a helmet because
Isn't the war over?
this is the official Black Sheep Squadron helmet, if you like to hold on to it. Or,
Well, that...
I mean, it's really nice. It's worth $1.
Now, we're fighting for all you folks back there at home, you know. All right, now what?
The main thing is stay loose.
Stay loose. Don't
Put your
try
feet
to...
in tight. Lean forward.
Am I far enough
You've
forward?
got to lean forward. It's very important.
This is really in the way.
Okay, we'll use it.
Now, am I far enough forward?
Yeah. Okay. You got to really lean forward. Okay, now
How
what
much
we're going to
further
do,
forward?
about a half an inch.
Like this?
That's about right. Now think to yourself, stay loose, and it's not going to hurt much. At all. Now you're ready, because this is really going to be an explosion, a tough one,
Can I
too.
give you a countdown when I'm ready?
You can give me a countdown.
Is there any mail from home yet? I don't know why I'm nervous about this, but
It's nothing to be nervous about. I don't know, not too many stunt guys got hurt doing this. Very few.
Now, am I in the right position?
You're in a perfect position. Just think of leaning forward. And when you're up to about 5 feet, 6 feet in the air, remember, you got to hit soft on the ground.
So, I just what? Give you a...
Give me a 3, 2, 1. When you're ready, I'll give you 3, 2, 1.
You sure I won't come down and hit by...
No. You'll never hit your knee. You'll never see it.
All right, you count it down and let me know.
Okay.
I'll leave it in your hands.
All right, lean forward. You got it.
Like this?
That's it. Head forward. Look up. Look toward that. Okay. 3, 2, 1.
That's a scream. The band is yelling one more time. They don't, That's a weird feeling. Because I didn't want to do that this afternoon because it would kind of ruin the fun of doing it, really, if you know exactly what it's like.
Wow.
But once you're up there, it's... I was thinking so far so good when I was up here. That really gives
That was
you
great, let me tell you. Not too many stuntmen can even hit it that good. You really got airborne. You sold it when you... I thought that was great.
How high can you... What would happen if you stood on that? That would...
If we stand on it like we do on Black Sheep Squadron, we go about 20 feet.
Can actually go...
15 feet high, 20 feet out.
That's really sensational. Well, thank you for really being here. That's
Okay.
It's a kick for us, and it was a kick for me. I'll tell you that. That's you know what you need is one of those in your... Should have one of those in your bedroom when you go home at night, and you just right in the bed. Dennis, thank you.
Thank you, Johnny.
Thanks for being here. Gung-ho troops. We'll be back in just a moment. Robert Mitchum is here tonight, Dick Van Patten, and George Miller and Monty Rock.